Hello world, welcome back to my spiritual cloud. It's Anna here, and this is a part 4 of me telling my story, how I'm going through my major transformation, about my spiritual journey, my spiritual awakening, and how my karmic toxic relationship helped me with that. So, where did we stop? He told me that he's going to break up with her, and I ended up being there, but that time being again with him in his country back there. Yes, how stupid it was, I know. So at that time I was a little bit more confident, since I had that online job and I knew that in any time I can start doing it again, get my money and bones, which obviously helped me at the end. And at the beginning I told him, that it's easy, like I came easily here, right? I came back. I gave you second chance, major second chance. Do you understand that I can easily go back? He was, yes, I promise you. La, 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 la. Around 2 months, he was kind of cool. But then, and I didn't check his phone, anything. And then I was like, let me just go through. Why not? And guess what I found there? Bunch of deleted messages that he didn't erase completely. Bunch of bullshit. And at that time I was already I didn't even want to explain myself or repeat the same bullshit over and over again, teach him how he, even when I shouldn't do that, how to treat me, how to be in a relationship. I was just shutting down and stopping talking, like silence treatment they call it right now, right? And he always telling me that was your fault, you couldn't fix the problem properly. But when I tried to talk in different ways, I was screaming, I was crying, I was talking nicely, I was supportive as well. The only thing I was getting in the response, what did I do? What's wrong about it? Well, yeah, I sent her several messages, so what? Did I do something wrong? It wasn't me. I'm holding his phone. There was a time I'm holding his phone with his account on Tinder. It wasn't me. Duh. And even for the first time when this shit happened, it wasn't me Tinder. That was first click when the attachment started, processing. So for the second time, we started fighting again over this bullshit that is happening. I told him why this is repeating, don't you see? That's where I started getting clarity about the cycles that I'm going through. You know what I'm saying? It's like cycle. It's like cycle. It's I'm meeting him. He's repeating exact the same shit, being nice first, then starting the problem is getting bigger and bigger. I collapse, I leave, I meet my parents. I can't rebuild my life here. I go back to him. He's being nice, and then he's starting problem becomes bigger and bigger. I collapse, I come back, and why it felt like a cycle, because after several months I had my period late again, and I was like, hell no. I said go buy plan B, D, X, Y, Z, what, I don't give a fuck. I don't need that right now. And my period didn't come, so it's what the hell? Am I being pregnant again? And then I was panicking as hell, bro. I truly didn't want that anymore. Honestly, I didn't want that. I didn't need it. I said, you still don't show me any stability. You're not being honest, loyal, or anything. How can I? And he was always blaming me. That's because you didn't give me a baby. That's why I'm not changing. Why the fuck do I need to give a baby to somebody who is treating me like shit? And I said, it's simple as that. There is no stability, no baby. Period. And we went to hospital. They confirmed that I'm not pregnant. I don't know what kind of, probably because of the stress, or it's later that I started also okay, I'm gonna talk about it later. Eventually I just told him, you know what, fuck that, because I was he got to the point where he started communicating with a woman at his work who knew me. And I told him, like, you know what? Because I was planning on traveling, just to travel to have some fresh air and come back to him. So he knew that I'm about to leave, but he thought that I'm gonna come back. And I told him, you know what? Let's just stop this for good when I leave. And he said, okay. And that when shit started happening even worse. He started I said, like, I'm telling you right now, like calmly, no offense, nothing. I don't want to be arguing, fighting or anything. We separate, but right now until I leave, please do not turn my life into hell. He said, okay, no problem, fine. We made a decision, yes, sure. And then he started drinking heavily, even worse than he used to drink. He started creating drama. He started yelling at me all the time, breaking glasses in the room, throwing stuff. And, at some point, it got to the point, like, where one day, he went to, and, like, at that time, before coming back for the second time, I started doing tarot. I started learning tarot. And it wasn't that big of a deal. I started recording some videos, but I thought that when I come there, I will have a lot of free time with no work and stuff, so I can put 100% of effort into my channel and finally do the things I like. And he knew how important it was to me. He knew how interested I'm in it. And I told him what kind of stuff I experienced. And when eventually I bought my ticket myself, even though he was about to pay for it. He was about to give me money. The more I spent time with him, and the more realization I had that there is some shit going on, that is not healthy at all, the more problems I had. Then, like, after some time, when I tried to collect money for my ticket, my phone was hacked. I lost my phone. When I asked him, like, okay, I'm gonna withdraw my money soon, just go buy me a phone, I'm gonna give you my money back, that's not a big deal. He came back drunk. There was a bunch of drama again. And there was that one time when he went to work, came back after 1 or 2 hours completely wasted, and started me a big, huge ass drama, started yelling at me. And that was the first time when I saw this person it just probably clicked for the second time. And I was like, who the fuck I'm living with? That was the first time in my life that I got scared of men in front of me. Of somebody, like of a male. Yeah, I truly thought that the amount of anger, his eyes were not his at all. It felt like he's possessed. And later on, like just this previous months and stuff, when I'm getting readings, when I'm getting somebody read my energy and explaining the situation and helping me with all of that, they are saying that you could see a demon in him. And I recalling those eyes, the way he was looking and screaming and yelling and jumping on me, I was like, hell yeah, it was, honestly. Because okay, whatever, like somehow I managed to leave, before I was leaving, he obviously started saying sorry and stuff, that he's sorry for what happened, what he put me through and shit. I was obviously crying all the way. He started hugging me, and that end was extremely emotional, and we didn't talk for, I don't know, several weeks before my flight. And then we started talking again when I left. It was like, the mix of emotion I experienced that time in that taxi to the airport was kind of crazy, honestly. And then he was promising me again that he gonna change, he gonna take time, He was crying because right now that I understand that he was kind of losing the source of energy as well. Well, we started talking again, but obviously nothing was working out. And like, I told him I was trying to block him, but like, I blocked him on my phone and then I block again in this kind of stupid connection. I keep feeling that attachment. I don't know what's going on. I keep investing my energy into terror. And you know what's the breaking point was? When I left him and came back to parents, uh, it's like I felt, first of all, the baggage that I dropped, the amount of negativity that I left in the past was insane. I felt so like, I don't know, free. And because of that, because the fact that I started like detaching even more, started like, freeing myself, my mind was opening as well. That's where the awakening started kicking hard, literally hard. I wasn't scared because, first of all, though it's an interesting experience for me. I love this kind of stuff. And Manchal, by the way, when I was with him there, I said I had several times when I was closing my eyes and literally seeing like dark faces, like entities again. And that time, yes, I was scared, and yes, I do understand that it was attack, a spiritual one. And so when I came here, I started like experiencing some crazy stuff. My grandma passed away several years ago, and I didn't have an opportunity to say bye and stuff. So, but I love her so much, I miss her so much, and I know she is protecting me. She is always around me. I feel her energy, I feel her presence. I always talk to her, again, I mean, from time to time, and I'm very grateful that she's doing that to me. I know that I'm protected. I know I have guardian angels over me that are looking over me. And I started experiencing crazy shit like dreaming. I was receiving information in my dreams. I was literally seeing dreams that were coming true the next day. I was seeing insane, and keep seeing, by the way, insane amount of angel numbers on the clock, on the watch, every single time. And unintentionally, I look like I see like different type of, but the information that I was receiving was crazy, bro. And we were talking like in and out, talking, messaging, and eventually started discussing like, because I was having a lot of dreams about his father's, and about him messaging me. I was seeing him coming back again with tarot. I was seeing like, predicting the future actions and like what is gonna happen. And it may sound like a trauma bond or something like that, but I still believe it's more than that, because and I also feel like, I was it was also like, sex connection, very strong, like that what was bonding us even more in sex. So that is true, that you can transfer all your like energies and demons while having sex, especially unprotected. And I started realizing that, bro, this is wild. This is something on spiritual level. This is definitely a relationship from the past life, because since the very beginning, there was something like it felt something like something is off. And it's just like the simple realization started coming out of nowhere that I have to close this cycle, otherwise I'm gonna be repeating it over and over again. Because he was also like again asking me to come back. He said he's gonna find me a job, everything is going to be fine, da 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 da. And I was about to collapse and come back again. Can you imagine that? And then I said, no, hell no. Like, when I blocked him, I felt relief. I wasn't stressing out. My mind was clear. I kept receiving messages, downloads, all the stuff. Like in my dreams, I was remembering it clearly. I had the dreams with my grandma where she's basically yelling at me, telling me that he is stopping you from developing, he is stopping you from communicating to other people, he is stopping you. He, like, every single dream that she was in trying to tell me something was coming true. And like I felt when I was in Thailand, by the way, there was a time that my body collapsed out of nowhere. I wasn't drinking energy drinks. I wasn't drinking alcohol, nothing that could affect me that way. But just immediately I started like I'm basically about to pass away. Like everything was hurting inside and outside. I was extremely exhausted and tired. It's like it was crazy. It never happened to me before like that, but I didn't know what was that. And it happened, when I figured out that he had second girlfriend, and that after I communicated with her. So back to these days, right? When we started discussing what the hell is going on, his family is like very how to call it, faithful. They pray a lot and stuff like that. His mom feels stuff. She also like can see in the dreams stuff. So they all told him that you gotta pray because there is a spiritual fight happening. You don't know from who, you don't know from how. And mind you, his parents always said that you guys never gonna end up together because she's basically a devil. Knowing zero about how and what kind of life their son lives, right? So I was the devil. That's fine. Okay, it is what it is. And then we started discussing like what is how happening and shit. And then he said, yeah, he agreed to me. He was always like, I was telling him that I'm seeing dreams. I was telling him on this matter because I knew that he cannot do any magic or anything like that. And we were discussing that. He agreed to me that he was fine with me reading tarot, and he never really trusted it, but I told him, I gave him proofs that it is what it is, like that. And then plus my dreams, plus this, plus that, like I'm gifted, bro. I was always telling him, no matter how you're trying to dump me or whatever, I'm gonna figure it out of nowhere. I don't know even how myself, bro. I told him as well that don't you see the connection? It's simple as that. Just turn on your brain for a second and see that every single time that you do me dirty, karma catches your ass. Don't you see that? No, this is a coincidence. Okay, if you say so, whatever. And then he said like, oh yeah, we are a karmic couple because like whenever you come, I lose like my benefits, my jobs and shit. Maybe you like could stop doing me bad, and that's the thing. And then like in and out communication, and then I started asking somebody, like she's doing tarot, she's doing cleansing stuff. I asked her for help because I told her like my life goes like down the hill. You gotta help me with that. And we're gonna talk about it in the my mouth is not mouthing in the part 5. See, it's gonna be somewhere here, most likely.